Hi, everyone. I'm Carey Pena, and this is Front Doors TV. With me inside the Inspired Media 360 studios today is my friend Terra Schaad, who is the founder of Hunkapi Farm. And this is an incredible place. It's actually magical. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
First, explain the name. I know a lot of people ask you, what does that mean?
Yes, yeah, and also how to say it.
And how to say it.
Hunkapi. It is a name taken from the book Horse Follow Closely. It has its origins in the Lakota language, and it means we are all related. And I take that as meaning we all have something to learn from one another. It's kind of like the namaste from the Lakota tribe.
Tell us what you do there.
We offer equine assisted psychotherapy and life skills to our community.
And you founded this when, and it has grown, and you are now at a point where you're ready to just blow the whole thing up, go big time.
Oh, that makes me excited to hear that. We got started a long time ago, 1999 at Arizona State University, actually. And that our founding was preceded by 3 years of research from a sports psychologist named Dr. Debbie Cruz, who investigated the effect of sport on children with special needs. And all those sports, she discovered that horseback riding was the most positive intervention at improving self-esteem and attentional focus, which is where she brought me in and we launched into the community. So we've had our roots for for a long time now, 22 years. And, we moved to Scottsdale in 2008. And yes, we're ready to launch. We are launched.
Tell folks why this matters so much to you personally, because I know that you have such a deep connection to the work that you do.
I'm really, really passionate about it because I feel that horses saved my life as a kid. I credit all that I am today, everything, all of my life skills, my discipline, my hard work, my empathy, my ability to emotionally regulate from learning those things with horses when I was a young kid, and a farmer opened his farm to me. And so for me, it's this act of being able to give that to other people. It's turned into way more than I could have ever imagined. And now I see the impact not only for children, but opening up to first responders with post-traumatic stress and patients with cancer diagnoses coming in, and the hope that those horses gave me that my life could be different, that things can change. I grew up in a home that, like a lot of people, I'm learning it was like a lot of people, but there was a strong fear in my house, and either through a lot of yelling and screaming or parents fighting, a lot of fear around, you can't do that. You're going to get hurt. You're not good. You're going to get pregnant. There's all these fear driven messages that were given to me, and it never felt safe inside of my house. It felt safer outside with the horses. And so that's where I chose to sleep. That's where I chose to be. That's where I learned that things could be different. And so when I'm working with kids now that are growing up with even more significant trauma in their life than I did, I'm at least able to relate to them. But the effect on the system is similar. You have this constriction, you have this activation, this fear of not being able to do things, or that things are very scary out there. And so I feel like when I'm working with kids and people that are in those positions, that I'm able to apply what happened in my life and give them these opportunities with the horses that allow them to feel what they need to in order to take it into their life and create something different for themselves.
Fear is truly a crippling emotion.
Yeah.
So at the farm, you help people, adults and children, overcome fear. And you touched on some of your programs, but talk a little bit more about who all you help.
We work with people ages 3 through adult, and children with autism, parents with children with autism, children in the foster care system, children with significant abuse and neglect, anxiety, depression, and then patients with ALS. Patients that have cancer diagnoses in which there is a fear of the diagnosis or being re-diagnosed, right? A fear of recurrence. First responders that are going in and seeing horrific events every single day, and the compound stress that happens when you are working in a career like that. And we also get the fortune to be able to work with teachers that are working with difficult populations, as well as frontline workers in our hospitals. So We see a lot of different people at our farm.
How many people come through?
Between 250 and 300 patients a week. And then we also have anywhere between 75 and 100 volunteers. So the farm is very busy every week.
If people are watching and they say to themselves, I want to be involved, how can I help? I mean, let's talk a little bit about the tax credit opportunity.
Yeah, people can come in and assist the organization either through a direct donation towards a particular cause, or you can give through the Arizona tax credit, which is really a blessing because you get to utilize that credit on your taxes for next year. Our big goal right now is to actually be able to purchase the land that we're on so that we have a place that's permanent in Scottsdale, our mothership. And so then the gala, of course, of 2022, which we're looking very forward to, as well as other community events that are always going to be listed on our website. So
what's your website?
Hunkapi.org.
And as we wrap it up, just how does it feel for you personally to know that you started this several decades ago? And it's a dream, right? Like it's something that it spoke to you. And sometimes dreams are hard to turn into reality, but you have done that. How does that feel?
Tearful, humbling, overwhelming sometimes. I think when I actually sit back and I just pause on the farm and look at where we are now versus where we were 22 years ago, and all of the people that told me it wasn't possible and that I was silly, that I should get a real job. It's really humbling, and I'm full of gratitude for the people that have supported this program. It wouldn't have been possible without the employees and all the donors and the board members and people like you who are allowing me to speak and share the healing of horses. So.
Faith over fear.
Faith over fear.
Thank you so much for being here. And thanks to all of you for watching. I'm Carey Pena. This is Front Doors TV.